My name is Ophelia, and 8 months ago, I watched my ex-boyfriend marry a woman wearing a wedding gown I designed. She walked down the aisle in $20,000 of silk and lace that took my atelier 3 months to create. It was exquisite work, one of my best pieces. She had no idea I made it. Her bridal consultant never mentioned my name. The dress came from an exclusive boutique that carried my collection. She just knew it was expensive and beautiful. 2 years earlier, she mocked the dress I wore to their engagement party, calling it cheap and unflattering. The irony of her trusting my taste on the most important dress of her life was so perfect I almost sent a congratulations card. Almost. I met Daniel in design school. We were both 22 and thought we understood love. He studied architecture, I studied fashion. We appreciated each other's creativity. For 4 years, we built a relationship around shared ambitions. We would both become successful in our fields, support each other's dreams, build a life together. Then graduation arrived, and reality complicated those plans. He got a corporate architecture job, stable, well-paying. I started my fashion line, unstable, draining my savings. The gap between his trajectory and mine created tension we couldn't resolve. He wanted security. I wanted my vision realized. We broke up amicably after 6 months of trying to make incompatible priorities work. I was heartbroken, but understood. Building a fashion line required complete focus. Relationships were distractions I couldn't afford. I worked 16-hour days, sewed samples, attended trade shows, pitched boutiques, lived on instant noodles. My first collection was small, 20 pieces. I sold 12, barely covered material costs, but it was a start. I kept designing, kept improving, kept building a brand that reflected my aesthetic. Romantic but structured, feminine but powerful. Clothes that made women feel beautiful and confident. 2 years after our breakup, Daniel got engaged. I heard through mutual friends. Her name was Veronica. She worked in marketing for a luxury brand, came from money, fit his life better than I ever did. I felt nothing about the engagement. Our relationship belonged to the past. I was too busy building my future to dwell on his. Then I received an invitation to their engagement party. Awkward, but Daniel and I had stayed friendly, distant but cordial. I decided to attend briefly, show support, prove there were no hard feelings. I wore a dress I designed, part of my second collection. Blush silk with delicate embroidery. I thought it was lovely, understated elegance. I arrived at the party and made polite conversation, congratulated Daniel genuinely. Then I met Veronica. She looked at my dress with an expression I recognized immediately, judgment masked as curiosity. She asked where I got it. I said I made it. She laughed, not kindly. She said it was sweet that I sewed my own clothes. Very DIY. Then she touched the fabric and said the material felt cheap. She suggested I invest in quality pieces if I planned to attend formal events. Her friends laughed. Daniel said nothing. I smiled politely and left shortly after. The humiliation burned quietly the entire drive home. That interaction became fuel. I didn't want revenge exactly. I wanted undeniable success. I wanted my work recognized by people like Veronica, people who judged taste and quality. I wanted to build something so beautiful that even my critics would wear it unknowingly. That goal required elevation. My work needed to move beyond small boutiques into high-end markets. That meant better materials, better construction, better everything. I invested everything into my third collection, took out a loan, hired 2 seamstresses, rented a small studio space I called an atelier because it sounded more official. Spent 6 months on 12 pieces, each one perfect. Museum-quality construction, luxurious fabrics, designs that balanced innovation with wearability. I priced them accordingly, $1,500 to $5,000 per piece. High-end, but not couture. Accessible luxury for women who appreciated quality. The collection launched at a regional fashion showcase. Buyers from major boutiques attended. 3 stores placed orders. Small orders, but from respected retailers. My work appeared in stores alongside established designers. I was building credibility. Revenue covered my loan and left profit for the next collection. By year 4, I had steady wholesale accounts and a small but devoted customer base. Women who discovered my work told other women. Organic growth through quality. Year 5 brought a breakthrough. A celebrity wore one of my dresses to a film premiere, tagged my brand on social media. My website crashed from traffic, orders flooded in. I hired 4 more people, moved into a larger studio, expanded the collection. Revenue jumped from $80,000 annually to $400,000. Suddenly, I wasn't just surviving, I was succeeding. My aesthetic resonated, romantic elegance with modern structure, clothes that felt special but wearable. The market responded enthusiastically. By year 6, major boutiques carried my line. High-end department stores requested trunk shows.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.
Fashion publications featured my work. I was becoming known in regional fashion circles. Not famous exactly, but recognized, respected. My pieces sold consistently in the $3,000 to $8,000 range. I had found my niche. Women who wanted something more interesting than mainstream luxury brands, but couldn't afford couture. I filled that gap beautifully. Then I received an inquiry that changed everything. An exclusive bridal boutique requested custom wedding gown capabilities. They had clients who wanted something unique. They had seen my work and thought my aesthetic suited bridal. Could I create custom wedding gowns? The answer was yes. I had designed bridal wear in school, always wanted to return to it. This was my opportunity. I said yes immediately. Have you ever had your work recognized by the same people who once dismissed it? Tell me in the comments. I created 5 sample wedding gowns. Each one reflected my design philosophy. Romantic but not overwrought. Structured but not stiff. Unique but not costumey. The boutique loved them, placed them in their showroom. Within 2 months, I had 3 custom commissions. Brides who wanted something different from typical bridal offerings. I charged $15,000 to $30,000 depending on complexity. Each dress took 2 to 3 months from consultation to delivery. The work was intensive but fulfilling. Wedding gowns felt meaningful. I was creating pieces for the most important day in someone's life. My 8th commission came through the boutique like all the others. Client wanted to remain anonymous until the first consultation. Standard practice for high-profile clients. The budget was $30,000. She wanted something elegant and memorable. Lots of hand beading, cathedral train, ivory silk. I designed 3 concepts. She selected one. We began the creation process, multiple fittings, constant refinements. The dress took 3 months and was absolutely stunning. Ivory silk with hand-beaded lace, structured bodice with a flowing skirt, 6-foot train. It was one of my best works. I was proud of every stitch. The boutique delivered the dress 2 weeks before the wedding. Standard timeline. I never met the bride beyond fittings where we discussed technical details. She loved the dress. That was all that mattered professionally. I moved on to the next commission. Didn't think about that dress again until I saw Daniel's wedding photos on social media. There was Veronica, walking down the aisle, wearing my dress, my design, my 3 months of work. She looked beautiful. The dress photographed perfectly, and she had absolutely no idea who created it. I sat staring at the photos for a long time. The woman who mocked my cheap dress 2 years earlier had trusted my taste for her wedding gown, had paid $30,000 for my work, had worn my design on the most photographed day of her life. She thought she was wearing an exclusive boutique creation. She was, but that boutique carried my work. The designer she dismissed as DIY had created her perfect moment. The irony was so layered, I almost couldn't process it. I didn't tell anyone initially. The satisfaction felt private. But eventually I told a few close friends. They were outraged on my behalf, said I should expose it publicly. Post the photos and reveal the designer. I considered it briefly, then decided against it. Public exposure felt petty. The revenge was perfect as it existed. Private knowledge. Quiet irony. Veronica would wear that dress in photos forever. Would tell people about finding the perfect gown. Would never know the cheap DIY designer she mocked created it. That ignorance was better than any public confrontation. My business continued growing. More bridal commissions, more wholesale accounts. Revenue crossed $2 million annually. I hired 10 people, moved into a proper studio with a dedicated bridal atelier. My work appeared in major bridal publications. I was becoming known specifically for wedding gowns that balanced romance with sophistication. Brides who wanted something unique but timeless found me. I built a business creating the most important dress women would ever wear. Occasionally, I see Veronica's wedding photos resurface. Anniversary posts, throwback memories. Each time I smile, she looks beautiful. The dress is objectively stunning, and she will never know the person she dismissed created her perfect day. That secret knowledge is more satisfying than any public revenge. She trusted my taste when it was anonymous and expensive. She mocked it when it was personal and developing. The difference reveals everything about how people value work based on perception rather than quality. Daniel reached out months after the wedding, said he saw my business was doing well, said he was proud of me, said Veronica loved her wedding dress. I responded politely, thanked him, didn't mention I designed it. Some ironies are too perfect to explain. They're meant to exist as private satisfaction, proof that the universe has a sense of humor, that validation comes in unexpected forms, that sometimes the best revenge is creating something so beautiful that even your critics wear it unknowingly. I keep a photo of Veronica in my dress in my office, not displayed, in a drawer, just for me. A reminder that quality speaks for itself eventually. That building something excellent is the best response to dismissal. That staying focused on your craft matters more than proving critics wrong. They prove themselves wrong eventually. Usually while wearing your work and loving every stitch. Elegance wrapped in irony. Classy revenge served in silk and lace. The only kind of revenge that actually feels good years later. Because it's not about their suffering, it's about your undeniable excellence. And that excellence lasting forever in their most treasured photos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to watch more revenge and inspiring stories that will make you excited like this one. Where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments and let us know what you think about this story.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Turn on bell notification to stay updated for more revenge stories.